Assalamu alaikum children and welcome to another episode of Qasasul Atfal. My name is Samira and I'll be keeping you company for the next whole hour. Now this is our special time where we get to learn the fun way. We read stories and we watch cartoons and we learn about everything around us. Come a little closer, hold my hand. Let's go to that secret place where there's no adults allowed. Let's learn about Islam and Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let's dream about Jannah and find ways to make Allah happy. Today, children, we're going to start off with a cartoon. Keep watching. Welcome back, children. Did you enjoy that? What's your favorite cartoon? Why not send me an email and tell me on samira@itvnetworks.tv. Children, I love them cartoons. Let's go watch another one. Welcome back, children. Let's read a story. This one is called The First Day. It was Zakaria's first day at madrasa. He was very nervous and didn't know what to expect. Mummy held his hand and then walked with him to the classroom. There were many other children sitting with their teacher, or they called Muallima. Zakaria held tightly on Mummy's hand. I don't want to go to madrasa. I'd rather sit at home. Please let me come home with you. I'll be a good boy, said Zakaria. Don't be silly, said Mummy. You have to go to madrasa. There's so many things that you need to learn. You want to be a good Muslim, don't you? Of course I do, said Zakaria. Well then, if you want to be a good Muslim, you need to do this. You have to go to madrasa, you have to learn as much as you can, and then you have to practice it. Okay, said Zakaria, but I'm so scared. I don't know anyone here. Can't we go home for today and come back tomorrow? No, said Mummy. I'll be waiting, and waiting for it won't make it easier. You need to be brave and face all the things that frighten you. Don't worry, soon inshallah you'll come to know all the people. You'll meet new friends, you'll make new friends, and you'll see all the beautiful people, all willing to learn about our beautiful deen of Islam. Don't worry, it will be okay, said Mummy. She hugged him and promised to reward him for being such a brave boy by making his favorite dinner for supper. She introduced him to his teacher and thereafter left for home. His teacher greeted him and even showed him where to sit. Zakaria did his best to be brave and tried not to cry, though inside he really wanted to. Another boy, Bilal, also came to the class, and Bilal was in tears. He refused to let go of Mummy's hands. He insisted on going home. His mummy and teacher tried to talk to him, but he just wouldn't listen. Eventually, his mummy said that she would bring him tomorrow. Zakaria watched Bilal going home and he thought, Bilal is so lucky. He gets to go home while I have to stay here. The teacher began to read them a lovely story. Then she taught them the first kalima, or kalima tayyiba. All the children had to read it after her. Soon the time seemed to pass and it was time for Mummy to pick him up already. Where had the time gone? And he learned so much in just his first day. He had so much to tell Mummy when she fetched him. He really did enjoy his class. Over the next few days, Zakaria made many friends and he grew quite fond of his teacher. He loved madrasa and he learned so much, mashallah. The following week, Bilal came back and guessed what? He was still holding Mummy's hand and crying. Zakaria smiled to himself and he realized on the first day he was the lucky one because he stayed behind and faced his fears. He knew he had to worry about nothing because Allah was always there. Now he knew there was nothing to be frightened about the first day, and hopefully, inshallah, Bilal would realize that too. Remember, when there's something you need to do or something that scares you, rather do it immediately instead of waiting. And remember, Allah is always there for you. Let's go for a quick break. And guess what? I have another story for you. Stay tuned. Children, I haven't been getting some emails from you. I've been getting emails from children from all over the world, but not from you. That's right, you over there watching. Quickly, ask Mommy or Daddy to help you send one now on samira@itvnetworks.tv. Let's read another story. This one is called The Bat. It was time for Isha Salah and Granny realized the men were back from the masjid and she hadn't read her Isha Salah yet. She left what she was doing and rushed over to perform her Salah. As she entered her bedroom, she switched on the light. On her bed, her little granddaughter was fast asleep. Suddenly, there was a movement and she got up to see there was a creature flying round and round her room. She screamed in fright. She pointed to the ceiling and said, "There's a flying rat." Zaid laughed. He said it wasn't a rat, it was a bat. It had probably entered through the open window. "Well," said Granny, "don't just stand there, get rid of it before it falls on the sleeping child." "I want it out of my room," she said. Granny was a little bit scared too. Zaid watched it fly in circles and he was marveling at how bats were really blind. Did you know that, children? Bats are blind? Well, how do they see? They move around and around without knocking into anything. All this ability was given to them by Almighty Allah alone. Now, thought Zaid, how could he get rid of the bat without hurting it? Just then, he had an idea. He went and fetched his daddy's tennis racket and a spade. As the bat flew overhead in circles, he waved the racket back and forward. He didn't hit it, he just waved it around and around. Before he could do anything, the bat went away. It hid on the ceiling. Still, he needed to get it out. So he waved the bat again and again. All of a sudden, it got knocked onto the carpet. Before he could do anything, it soared up again. He did this until finally the little bat got tired. He pushed it onto the spade and quickly pushed it out of the window. Granny closed the window and thanked him. She said now she'd be able to read her salah without having a bat to distract her. Children, can you imagine walking around or even moving around with your eyes closed all the time? Can you imagine how it would be? Well, if you can't, think about all those little children who can't see and those children who are blind like the little bats too. And then thank Allah for everything that you have and everything that Allah has given to you. But we've come to the end of another show. Don't worry, we'll be back again soon. Don't forget to email me on samira@itvnetworks.tv. Until next time, في أمان الله. Assalamu alaikum and tata.